Some musicians leave behind more than just unforgettable hits. They also leave projects that were almost finished. For them, the studio was a creative playground where they made music until their very last moment. But what happens when fate intervenes in the middle of the process? What does an album sound like that could never be fully completed? This story is about musicians who died while recording an album.
Just rock, 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 way down, 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 down.
At just 17, Ritchie Valens was already making waves in rock and roll with his iconic hit La Bamba. The sky seemed to be the limit for the young Chicano musician. Tragically, while in the midst of touring, Valens died in a plane crash in 1959, alongside Buddy Holly and the Big Bopper, forever marking it as the day the music died. Ritchie had been working on new music before the crash, and fans were left wondering what could have been. His raw talent and unique blend of rock and Mexican folk music would have reshaped the sound of the 1960s. Rest easy, Ritchie, your music lives on. Otis Redding was on the verge of superstardom. Known for his deep, soulful voice and timeless tracks like Sittin' on the Dock of the Bay, Redding had recorded the hit just days before his death in a plane crash in December 1967. His career was just peaking, and he was working on his next album when the tragedy struck. Redding's legacy as the King of Soul only grew after his passing, with his posthumous work showing what a trailblazer he truly was. We'll always miss your voice, Otis. Rest in peace. Duane Allman was a guitar virtuoso, best known for co-founding the Allman Brothers Band and his signature slide guitar. In 1971, while the band was working on their next album, Duane died in a motorcycle crash in Macon, Georgia. He was just 24. His innovative guitar work on tracks like Whipping Post and the live album At Fillmore East set him apart as one of the most influential guitarists of all time. Even today, his sound continues to inspire musicians everywhere. Rest in peace, Duane. Your music will never fade. musical revolutionary, John Lennon's voice and message reshaped not only rock music, but the world. Lennon was in the middle of recording Double Fantasy with Yoko Ono when his life was cut short in 1980. He was tragically murdered outside his New York apartment, silencing one of the greatest voices for peace and change. Though Lennon left behind a vault of material, many believe he had so much more to give. His words, both in music and in activism, live on. You will never be forgotten, John. Rest in peace. As Metallica's bassist, Cliff Burton redefined the sound of heavy metal with his thunderous bass lines and classical influences. While on tour promoting Master of Puppets in Sweden in 1986, Burton was killed in a tragic bus accident. Metallica was at the height of their rise, and Cliff had already laid down unforgettable tracks that would cement his place in rock history. His genius was taken too soon, but his influence on metal is still felt today. Rest easy, Cliff. Your music will thrash on forever. Selena Quintanilla Perez, the queen of Tejano music, was in the middle of recording her crossover English-language album Dreaming of You when she was tragically murdered in 1995. At just 23 years old, Selena had already conquered the Latin music world and was poised to break into the mainstream with her vibrant energy and soulful voice. The loss of Selena shook the music industry and left fans heartbroken, but her final album remains a testament to what could have been a monumental career. Rest in peace, Selena. Your voice continues to shine. Christopher Wallace, better known as the Notorious B.I.G., was a game-changer in hip-hop, known for his smooth flow and vivid storytelling. Just days before the release of his double album, Life After Death, Biggie was gunned down in a drive-by shooting in Los Angeles in 1997. He was only 24. Biggie had already left his mark on the rap scene with Ready to Die, but his second album confirmed his legendary status. The loss of B.I.G. remains one of hip-hop's greatest tragedies. Rest easy, Biggie. Your legacy will never die.
like you say you do.
Elliott Smith's haunting voice and introspective lyrics made him a cult favorite. While recording songs for his final album, From a Basement on the Hill, Smith passed away in 2003 under mysterious circumstances. He had an ability to convey the deepest emotions through his music, making his death feel especially poignant for his fans. Though Smith's life was short, his music continues to resonate with listeners who find solace in his words. Rest in peace, Elliott. You are dearly missed. The king of pop, Michael Jackson, was in the process of preparing for his highly anticipated This Is It tour when he died in 2009 from an overdose. Jackson had been planning a major comeback, and fans around the world were eager to see him return to the stage. While working on new music and rehearsing for the tour, his sudden passing shocked the world. Jackson's influence on pop, dance, and music videos is immeasurable, and though he left us too soon, his legacy remains untouched. Rest in peace, Michael. Your music will live forever. David Bowie, a master of reinvention and artistic vision, passed away in 2016, just 2 days after releasing his final album, Black Star. Bowie had kept his battle with cancer private, pouring his final energies into what would be his swan song. Black Star was a cryptic and haunting reflection on life, death, and legacy, making his passing even more poignant for his fans. Bowie was always ahead of his time, and his final album proved to be a fitting farewell. Rest in peace, David. Your stardust will never fade. Swedish DJ and producer Avicii, real name Tim Bergling, revolutionized electronic dance music with his infectious beats and melodic genius. In 2018, while working on his next album, Avicii passed away, leaving behind an industry that he had reshaped. Known for hits like Wake Me Up and Levels, Avicii's music bridged genres and created a new wave of EDM fans worldwide. His death left a hole in the music world, and fans still wonder what more he could have created. Rest easy, Avicii. Your beats will keep the party going forever. Thanks for tuning in. In this video, we explored the lives of musicians who sadly passed while recording their final albums, leaving behind timeless legacies. If you enjoyed this deep dive into music history, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated on future content. Feel free to drop a comment with your thoughts or share any artists we might have missed. Let's keep celebrating the music that lives on, even after the artist has gone.